Welcome to Two Guys.
A girl.
and an MBA.
I think we already started discussion about Trump announced joining Canada, but later he announced joining Greenland and Panama Canal channel. So it looks like something is going on. And again, is it a joke or is it serious? And what is the influence? Even if you talk about it, how we can influence currency, economic pictures. So what is going on if it's really serious something?
The elephant in the room is Trudeau is out. Trudeau is
Oh,
out this
please.
week.
So it's funny. It's funny. I'm Canadian, so I can speak to Canada. Elena, you're in Europe, so you can speak about Greenland. And unfortunately, you're gonna have to speak about Panama, the third world, baby. So that's you. But yeah, Trudeau's out. Trudeau. Yeah. Okay. So you guys start wherever you want.
I didn't understand the Greenland flex. I mean, he's flexing. He's just flexing. He's just saying we're gonna, take over the world if we need to, and we have the mightiest military, and America's first. And like he's just flexing. Like I don't think he's really gonna annex all of Canada's provinces. That would start a catastrophe economically for the whole world. I didn't understand the Greenland one, like military positioning or something, I guess. The Panama one, I think he might do because that is, that and the Suez Canal are two of the main shipping routes. And I kind of, I almost agreed with him when I heard him say it, like, well, we built it, so why should it be in Panama? And I was like, well, that logic sounds right. But I was like, well, no, wait, that was 100 something years ago. Like things changed. Like, is he really going to go? Or that would mean like military occupation of Central America. Like, are you nuts? That'll create all kinds of economic instability. How are you going to get Coca-Cola in the jungle there? Right.
Yeah, that's real important. Look, Donald Trump communicates as a businessman. This is a hostile takeover, a corporate raid. And now he is pleading with the shareholders. That's what he's doing in Canada. He's saying, Canadian people, here's what we got a deal for you. And there's an article written in Fortune, I pulled it up, where they went to the CIA fact book and pulled data comparing Canada to the United States. And on paper, Canada is worth, I believe, a couple $1 trillion more on paper than the United States. Oil reserves, the largest freshwater supply. Donald Trump knows there's value capture here. He understands that there's a country with 40 million people with horrible management that he just replaced. He wants to put a new CEO in. It's going to be him, and he's going to release and capture value for the world. That's what he's thinking. And you should see the panic here. There are women and children screaming in the streets. They're like huddled in corners in the fetal position. It's like a horrible show watching this, and I'm just laughing. I'm like, he's just pleading with the shareholders. Hey, we got a better deal for you, and we can exploit your resources and capture value for you. So that's Canada.
I like the framing of it as a corporate takeover, a corporate raid. That's an interesting analogy. I saw that there was a cartoon of all the ex-CEOs, Bezos and Zuckerberg, like kneeling at Trump's feet, uh, and now I've read an article on Yahoo. They're cutting all the DEI programs at Amazon, at Meta, and Apple. They gave Tim Cook a raise, and Apple's pushing back against the DEI cuts. Um, but I guess so. Is the Greenland thing like to be given to Canada? Is that I just didn't get it. I was like, Greenland? Think what, isn't like five people over there? No
Oh,
offense,
there's,
Greenlanders.
I mean, Elena might know more because she's in Europe, but it's like, so that there's the number. In rough numbers, Canada's worth $17
Wow.
trillion more than the US. And that's using CIA fact book data from Fortune magazine. Now, if you look at that, 492,000 per Canadian. But if you look at Canada's per capita compared to the United States, each of the states, Canada is just as rich as Mississippi. So when you're looking at data points, you're saying, wait a second, they have the most resources on planet Earth, 40 million people, but they're poorer than Mississippi. These people are not running their company well. So that's just the there. But yeah, I'll leave Elena to talk about Greenland. It's Europe.
I have some ideas about Greenland. Why it's Greenland? First of all, it's all about cost. sea coast, ocean coast. And if you see, I think Trump thinking about how to defend country from all sides. So on the north, if you get Canada, it will be north coast. Greenland base, it will be some air system in the Greenland. They can catch all missiles from Europe direction. And Panama, in case Cuba wants to support enemies, again, back to history lessons, yeah, that's Panama Channel can help to protect that direction. It's all about to be defended from all borders.
The strategic positioning of it.
Strategic
Yeah.
position. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Rare earth minerals. Greenland has massive amounts. China has already set up, according to Trump, ties with Greenland. And China I believe, has access internally to rare earth minerals that you need in order to run all our tech. So again, from a strategic position, you can't let your competition, let's say, have access to all those types of products. It's like supply chain, right? You really have to look at how you're going to diversify your supply chain. And if you have one, remember the five forces, Michael Porter. And if your remember, if your supplier, if you're at risk of your supplier increasing prices, all that stuff, it's a terrible business model. So every time I see him talk, I know it's a business model driving through his brain. He has never proven to use arms as a way. He uses it as a threat. Only president not to go to war, and he doesn't want to, but hey, he's going to use it as a threat. But I think supply chain is a big deal for America right now, and they have been run poorly for a long time. A lot of corruption, just like Canada. Canada's been run horrendously for 9 years under our model, Justin Trudeau. So yeah, business first.
Yeah, I wonder about the inhabitants. Like the Greenlanders are not too happy about it. Here's a quote from the Prime Minister: "Greenland is ours. We are not for sale, and we'll never be for sale. We must not lose our long struggle for freedom." Like,
it's funny. Like, why would America want them as citizens anyway? So they could, but they do want a strategic partner, right? The funny thing about Canada again is that if Canada becomes a 51st state, it will be a democratic state. We have the highest. It'll be It's a nightmare for Donald Trump. You want 40 million people.
Here's the theory from BBC. There's some speculation Trump's move is just bluster, a move to get Denmark to boost Greenland's security. So to get them to pay for the more security in the face of the threat of both Russia and China seeking influence in the region. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it is a element rich place, but why would America, if there's maybe 100 countries around the world that would give everything to be a part of the United States of America, everything. So it's not as if he's giving them a bad deal, but does he really want that deal? I don't think so. He doesn't want more immigrants. He doesn't want the Greenlandic immigrants.
Wait, how it could be? Greenland, it's like a part of Denmark, and Denmark, it's a perfect country. Perfect world, perfect rules, social security, medicine. They come, Hugo. It's perfect country. Why Greenland want to join to some crazy something unstable? Yeah. And I think it's not worth it. So the Scandinavian countries are good.
Yes.
If we won't join somewhere, they won't join to them, not to others.
That's exactly the point. And I just love watching him poke people and they panic. Like, did you know that Denmark altered their coat of arms? After he said that, they changed their coat of arms and they added
Like
the logo.
They excluded some Sweden, I think, and someone else. And then just Greenland, just us.
And I think they made the clubs they're holding bigger and more macho.
Bigger, yeah.
I'm like, oh my God. And that thing's been around for 1,000 years, and Donald Trump says one thing, and they change the coat of arms.
Maybe it's was ready, but didn't approve or something. And I know it's time. It's time.
More substantial than that. Last month, Denmark announced a new $1.5 billion military package for the Arctic. So it's working.
Absolutely.
So it's working.
It's such amazing watching a guy do this, and he does it. And everybody first starts with they're always insane. He's an idiot. And next thing you know, everything changes. And they're like, oh, okay, that's why he did it.
please consider subscribing below.
Thank you for being with us. Please leave your comments, feedback, what you think about us, and see you in the next podcast. Bye.